Great afternoon. You know the vibes. You're rocking out with your truly show, Tom Sizzle.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Yes. Great afternoon. You know the vibes. We got a lot going on. We are waiting for my guy. Did you miss me? Yes. Bring the boxer to confirm. I'm gonna give you that sauce. Like I said, man, real media matters. Do us both a favor, my nigga, and don't compare us. Sorry for the N word. It is February, Black History Month. Mm. Definitely check out the article that I wrote in the column, the source column today. Real media, we are separating ourselves from the others, the brothers, the others. Shout out to my guy, World Combat Sports, man. Definitely entertaining live. I'm so upset that I couldn't catch that because, like I said, these guys up here were nervous over rain. It is raining right now. It is raining. But we are on standby. For what? I don't know. It's raining. It doesn't seem to be turning over to snow nor ice. So, what is the holdup? But nonetheless, let me give you a little sauce because I don't know if I'll be able to give you sauce from the station, what I like to call the sauce cave. Appreciate that, Mark Nash. Thank you. Dope interview with my guy, 300. Shout out to Michael Williams Sr. That was definitely a live joint that you did. But yes, we are just waiting on bringing the boxer to confirm. And I feel the need to share this and say this. Like, for those of y'all who have questions that you would like for Bernie to answer, feel free to inbox me, DM me on social media, either way, the Facebook group, on Instagram, whatever. Because like I said, when I reached out to Bernie, one thing about the Source Talk podcast, the Source Talk platform, we are real underground media, real media. I am not going to narrate your answers. Like, I notice other interviews you did or shows you were on. You could tell the guys who play favorites or, you know, to each his own, man. Certain people be in bed with other people, man. Not saying that in the wrong way, but that's just how the game is. And when a guest or somebody they have on, they feel answers a question and now they have to become a defender of the person who the question was directed towards. But no, see, over here on the Source Talk, when you are media, and the Source Talk platform is a media platform where we let the guests give off their information, give out their information, and tell their side, if that makes any sense. But yes, I can't wait to interview Bernie. You know, um, I'm gonna let him tell his story. I know a little bit about him, but that's what the Source Talk is about. We'll let Bernie break down, and I know baby girl will be happy because I'm going to include her in the process. I'll probably let her ask a couple of her questions because she has been working hard behind the scenes, putting together questions for coaches putting together questions for fighters, and you have to reward your children when they work hard. But how is everybody doing on this Friday? Are you eager to see these fights? You know, we have Keith One Time Thurman back in action tomorrow for $75. Boycott sales. Um, like I said, I didn't get a chance to watch too many of the boxing programs today because they was getting nervous, like we was going to get hit with another blizzard. But like I said, we are underneath the curve line, so it's all rain over here. Uh, breaking news. That's what I wanted to say. Breaking news. New Jihad Tucker merchandise is on the way. And I let the cat out the bag. Website now. We are upgrading, so it will be an online website where you can order your JT Goat Tea merchandise. Yes, we are spicing it up. Spicing it up, man. That's what we are doing. And shout out to the team. Like I said, we are growing. And I want to say this to others that have dreams and are pursuing goals. Whenever the bump comes, because the bump is going to come. But if you want to know one of the sources, hashtags that I love to use, we marching. You got to keep marching because that bump is going to come. And when that bump comes, it's on you to continue to keep marching. So that's what I urge people. Like I told one of the youngins in the gym last night, because I be in the gym amongst other things, and I headlock him. I put him in the headlock. I said, yo, man, when the bump comes, keep marching. I see a lot of kids come and go. A lot of them have potential, but that bump comes. Some of them get frustrated and they quit. You can't quit. You got to keep marching. That bump is going to come. But yesterday, man, phenomenal work in the gym. Shout out to David Flats. All call out mandatories was in the building. His brother's a talented 118-pound fighter. He sparred one of our guys yesterday. 16-year-old, 150. Jacob Spence. Check him out. My daughter interviewed him. One of our rising young amateur prospects. Great work, man. But I thought Flat's brother fought at 130, 135. No, 118. So that is very impressive. That is very, very impressive. Sometimes the guest is the honey. For real though. That's maybe so. You're all right. But yes, shout out to Flat. David Flat, all call out mandatories and his brother. Nice little young fighter. Be on the lookout for him. Fighting at 118. I think they are leaving this week for the Chris Colbert camp. So he will be working with Chris Colbert. That's why I thought he was a 130-pound fighter, but no, 118. He's going to be something, man. Definitely keep your eyes out for him. Shout out to World Combat Sports with the dope video with the sparring, right? I did the damage control video about that, right? And I love World Combat's work today, and I'm just gonna, put a little sauce on it. Very rarely you see guys that's really on point when it comes to things like this. The YouTube community not only ran with this, but like I said, they are like highlighting it like it's worth news. You know what I'm saying? Like to each his own. Like I said, I've been in behind and seen a lot of sparring sessions between big dogs, hitters. And not for nothing, sometimes it don't be a guy's day. And I can recall being a youngin, And shout out to Junior Poison Jones. Yes, Jones clan. Watching him knock guys out in the sparring, coming in to the gym with an attitude and lacing them up, and me being a youngin' underneath him, listening to him talk to his cornerman and trainer and say, "Yo, I'm gonna knock this guy the fuck out today. I'm not in the mood. I'm gonna knock him the fuck out." And go out there and do that. Knock his sparring partner cold the fuck out. They have to get the smelling salt and revive him. So sparring is sparring. So when the Jarvis guy jumped out there and you guys are interviewing, but you know what it is? Like I said, that was damage control, and the PR people or whoever is behind the Team Spence, like I said, PR, they're doing a terrible job, man. Because anybody that is woke and enlightened sees the smoke screen. This guy comes out of the blue after the Mikey Garcia interview that Fanon highlighted and made a video about. Then Jarvis just miraculously comes out talking about how Earl Spence had him drunk, type, oh, the power was there. But now let me be the devil's advocate. I hate using that word devil, but let me be devil's advocate. Here is a guy in Marvelous Jarvis, 6-0-1 record, right? I think World Combat highlighted it. Um, couple fights in Mexico. Um, Basically, what that is, I'm gonna break it down to you like this. I got to give you real boxing terminology. This is in-house sparring. I know I seen the interviews that he did, and he spoke on battling EJ coming up, and he couldn't make it out of the county, out of Dallas County, and EJ went on to win all these things. So that was like the Nationals. Wrong. Just because Earl was able to beat you and go on to beat everybody else doesn't mean you would have did that. A loss is a loss when it comes to boxing. One thing about boxing, there's only one winner. Even though when you go to the Olympics, you might silver, bronze. There's only one gold. So I say that to say this. I seen him highlighting the facts that he couldn't beat EJ coming up in the amateurs in the Dallas area. And that is pretty much those were his nationals, because he couldn't get past EJ. And EJ went on to win nationals and do all kind of great things. But let me say this. We will be in Texas. Now I'm talking about Jihad Tucker. We are looking for work. Jihad Tucker was on the Boxing Voice. He lets you know how we are globe trotters. Yes, we do the in-house spawn, but we swim the ocean. In order to be elite with a E, like EJ, you have to swim the ocean. You can't just play in your pond, play in your lake. You have to get out in that ocean if you want to be great. Hopefully you are catching this sauce. Mark Nash said EJ is the only fighter that the strength and conditioning coach and sparring partners are become. Man, thank you. Somebody else is in tune. But when some of us highlight certain things, we are hating, we're jealous, we're mad. So I just whatever, man. Like I said, I'll see these guys at the top because we are on our way to the top. And it just doesn't stop with Jihad. Like I said, salute to the rest of the young fighters that are coming along. One thing about the Source and the Source stable, and I always highlight this too, boxing is bigger than just one fighter. And I noticed that since we are on, talking about Spence, a lot of people, especially people around him, it's Spence or nothing. You're like, damn, so what you mean by Spence or nothing? They act like Earl Spence is the only fighter. Like it's a guy, he always texts me and I tell him like, bro, you turn me off because you disrespect other fighters when maybe it's because I guess that's the best thing that happened for y'all down there. But Maurice Hooker was also a world champion from Dallas. You have Virgil Ortiz, who's on the verge of trying to become a champion. But yet, guys only want to talk about Earl. Earl this, Earl that. But when you talk about him, you don't really want to talk about him because it's like, okay, let's talk about him now. Is he 100%? Is he 100%? Well, let's examine that, right? Because like I said, after Mikey Garcia said his statement and Fanon made the video, Jarvis just came out of the Sherwood Forest. He was Robin Hood running to the rescue with a video. But it's like I said, I was in the gym. I be in the gyms all the time. Sparring goes on. What happens in the gym stays in the gym. That is a unwritten rule. What happens in the gym stays in the gym. If Earl Spence is doing all the things that Marvelous Jarvis claims, what happens in the gym stays in the gym. Why would you want to uh, put that out there for Dennis Ugas? Because that's who he's facing, right? Dennis Ugas. Why would you want to put that out there? That he's strong, that he's not. Let Ugas find out. Unless you're putting it out there because damage control, after Mikey Garcia made his statement, you guys felt the need to cover something up, right? Right or wrong? Because it's like that shit dropped like less than 24 hours after Mikey said what he said. Now, if you guys were smart, if you guys were on the job, instead of having Jarvis come out and say Earl's hitting harder than whatever, you guys would have just, like you try to do with everybody else. Oh, they're jealous. Oh, they're mad. Oh, they're this. You should have just said Mikey was mad, just like you claim everybody else is mad when they say something about Earl. Damn, Sauce, you're killing them. Kill him, Sauce. Sauce him. Yes, whenever somebody else brings up something about Earl, they always got to be jealous. They always got to be mad. So why don't you use that when Mikey came out and said what he said? Earl beat Mikey. Wouldn't that make sense? Because that's the playbook y'all been using. That whenever somebody doesn't, all praises to Earl Spence. All praises to the Most High Earl. Oh, you're a hater. You're jealous. You're mad. You're mad. Why don't you guys run with that narrative? But no, you had a sparring partner who has a couple fights in Mexico, goes on a couple of shows, and he couldn't get out of the amateur system over there because EJ was so dominant, but he feels he would have been an elite fighter if he didn't have to face EJ in the Dallas County area. Hey, what do I know? What do I know? I know it sounds like a whole bunch of BS. It sounds like a whole bunch of cover up. And it sounds like a whole bunch of something's not right. And I'm glad World Combat Third Eye was open. None of these shows, right? They all, happy to have Jarvis on. Why didn't they ask him how's he taking a punch? Later for what he did to you. We all know Earl, used to could crack or, but he hasn't had the knockouts lately, but he could crack. The Body Snatcher was one of his names at one point. But why didn't these guys ask him how was he taking a shot? Um, what was the real work like? Since you want to describe work, since you want to talk about sparring and what other guys is he sparring with? Is this just all in-house guys? You know, is he bringing in other elite fighters? Because like I said, I heard Combat earlier, and he was talking about when Bud was down in Atlanta for the Shakur Stevenson Jamal Herring fight, how he sparred Richard Hitchison, Brian Norman Jr., Tiger Johnson, young up and coming prospects from all over, not just local guys that he's come up with. Because it's an old saying, right? And I want y'all to catch this sauce. I'm gonna dumb it down and say it as smooth and nice as possible. In order to become a shark, in order to become a wolf, you must run with wolves. You must swim with sharks. If you are swimming with quote unquote sharks, in-house sharks, are you really a shark? Are you really a big fish? Because last time I checked, big fish travel the ocean. Big fish are in the ocean. Big fish don't play in ponds. And you like, damn, what you mean by pond? Pond, in-house. Big fish are not playing in lakes. What do you mean by lakes? In-house. Big fish are getting big fish work from all over. Later for in-house etiquette. You know? But hey, what do I know? I gotta say that. What do I know? I'm just somebody who is a YouTuber. You know, you're mad. You're mad. Yes, I'm mad. I'm mad. If that makes any sense. Should have said that about Mikey Garcia. You're mad, Mikey. Mikey, you're mad. Instead of having Marvelous Jarvis come out on a press tour. Marvelous Jarvis, not for nothing. When is his CD dropping? That's the type of tour he's on right now. Shout out to all my family that was in the music industry. He is on a tour right now. When is his CD dropping? I think it's titled Sparring the Champ. Right hook, left hook, uppercut. I think that's the title of it. Because he is doing one hell of a press tour right now. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? Yes, you're rocking up with yours truly Showtime Sizzle. I am the source. Be on the lookout for that Bury the Boxer. Like I said, we are always working, man. Numbers lie all the time. Because I'm gonna tell you this, right? If you look at my views, you're gonna be like, damn, this guy doesn't do no views. But if you look at my work, let's get to it. Let's compare catalogs. Shout out to Capital One. What's in your wallet? Yes, what's in your wallet, man? Later for views, like I said, man, we all know views can be bought, but actual work has to be done. And hopefully, the work that Earl Spence is getting is preparing him for his unification showdown with Dennis Ugas. Because having a sparring partner come out and do basically a press tour about in-house sparring with you looks kind of suspect. And I wouldn't be the source if I didn't come on here and say it. because by golly my, so many others are acting like, smell that? It is the shit. No, sparring is sparring. Sometimes, guys, it don't be a day in the gym. Shit happens. But what happens in the gym stays in the gym. Oh man. Let me give me a second. This is Bernie on the other line. Man, I'm trying to get to this call. Bernie, can you hear me? Hello? Sorry about that. Hopefully y'all can still hear the audio. That was my man Bernie the Boxer. Listen, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that Bernie the Boxer is going down. So that is 5 p.m. Central. Uh I don't know the West Coast. West Coast it'll be 3 o'clock. 3 p.m. Western, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, man. Bernie the Boxer will be on the Source Talk, man. But back to what I was saying. Sparring is sparring, man. Shout out to my man Bernie. Bernie said, yo, this Chi News. I said, yeah, did you miss me? I can't wait to chop it over my God, man. Bernie knows a lot of boxing, man. I love talking to boxing guys, man. Growing up in the gym, being around fighters and having fighter family members. I love talking to actual boxing people that know boxing, man. Because you get a lot of people that watch boxing, but they don't know boxing. Rest in peace to Roger Mayweather, man. Motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing. But yeah, so now I'm gonna just push you know, the the podcast back to 6. Normally I go on at 5, but I'm gonna have Bernie, man. So right now, Bernie and them are just wrapping up the wins. They got a show out there. Shout out to B&B Promotions. They doing big things. See, promoters put on shows. You understand what I'm saying? Promoters put on shows. They have a show going on tomorrow. Shout out to all the guys on that card. I'm gonna let Bernie, talk about that. So I won't really go into too much of that. I'll give Bernie the opportunity to that. That is what your platform is for. And I'm just gonna say this: the Spencerholics. You might not want to tune in because, like I said, I am not going to mute Bernie. I am not going to say, "Oh, don't say that, don't say that." Listen, I'm going to get to the heart of some stuff because allegedly, shout out to my man Stonebone Boxing. Fights were offered, but they were turned down. But you get these deaf, dumb, and blind fans that think that, Earl was never offered the fight. Oh man, that's some good water right there. But yeah, man. Glad Bernie hit me up, man. 6 o'clock, man. Bernie, I believe he's well, I'll let him break down that for y'all, man. But Bernie has an extensive amateur career, fought a couple pro fights. Good guy, man. Very entertaining, man. That's why I don't like one thing about Bernie that I like. His show, when he does his show, his podcast is very entertaining. So you know what it is? A lot of like Combat says, the YTC, the YouTube community, it's filled with a lot of haters, bro. It is what it is. I can speak on it, man. Because like I said, I'm somewhat in the game. But there's so many people who feel that because of YouTube that they're in the game when they're really not. It's levels, man. It's levels. Like if you are not um a real boxing guy, like it's guys that's in this game, right? That I can't even get on my podcast, and I would love to have them on my podcast, but they are in the game and they they don't fuck with the internet, man. They just don't. But yo, these guys are like some of the biggest move makers in boxing, but they can give two shits about the internet, a YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. None of that. They're just really in the game boxers. They be at all the fights. Um, to each his own. But then you would have somebody on like Combat Sports uses the terminology, the YTC, who feels that because they got X amount of subscribers and do this amount of views that they have power in the game. And all actuality, they are nobodies. I hate to say that. Did I say that? Yeah, they're nobodies. Because like when I highlighted this the other day, and I said for some of these guys that think they move the meter in boxing, if you really move the meter in boxing by pushing a narrative, why don't you pick up a phone and push a couple buttons and really make it click? Like, what are you saying, Sauce? Get some fighters signed, get some fighters situated, get some shows put together. That's what people that move the meter do. They don't push narratives and they don't say, oh, don't watch this guy. Don't fuck with this guy. No, that's not moving the meter. That just makes you look like what you are, weak, pathetic. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? It is February. Shout out to all the brothers. This is all month, Black History and the sisters. Our queen is fighting tomorrow, Clarissa. The GWOAT's greatest woman of all time. Shout out to her. I'm not aware how to watch the fight, but we wish her all the best. You know, we wish her all the best. You know, because she is can't deny her talent. Can't can't deny her talent, man. See, talent like that needs to be on the big stage. Hopefully, she will get there. You know, hopefully she will get there. But because, like I said, women's boxing, not for nothing, is on the move, man. It's on the move, man. And a major part of that is the YouTuber. That's why I said check out my article. I had to give him his props. I'm not like you haters out here, man. You dudes is hating on this dude so hard for so long. He came in the game and he's doing shit that the brothers, the others, the mothers, the cousins, nobody's doing. Not only did he secure himself big paydays What did he get? Like a 3, 4 fight deal with Showtime. Flipped that real quick. Now he made boxing history. He has two females headline the Mecca, world's most famous arena. That's history. If he does nothing else after this, his name is still edged in the history books as a promoter. Now you got to think of all the promoters, great promoters, Don King, Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn's father, Frank Warren, all these guys before. The YouTuber never did what he just did with Eddie. Two women headlining the Mecca. That's why I wrote an article about that. Because later for coming on YouTube and talking about it, because the real substance on YouTube always gets overlooked. Always gets overlooked. Yes, a 3-fight deal. Flip that. Now he's one of the biggest promoters, hottest promoters in the game, man. One of the hottest promoters in the game. It is what it is. You can't deny that. And I'm gonna tell you why you can't deny that. Because what he has done in securing the big house, the garden, the big house, for two females, which has never been done in the history of boxing. It's historic. It's historic. And quite frankly, it is Black History Month. The brothers never did it. Never did it. And we have arguably, like I said, see, I'm not knocking our sister, the queen, the GOAT, greatest woman of all time. The brothers never even got her on a co-main event with them. The brothers, hopefully y'all catching this sauce. See, sometimes my sauce be too much, but I'm still going to give it to y'all because that's what I do, and that's why my voice is heard. But definitely, 6 p.m. Eastern, man. Tap in. We are going to have a great boxing dialogue with all of you. Listen, Bernie is a gem in the game. Bernie works with one of the best pound for pound fighters in the world. Whether you like him, respect him, or don't like him, don't fuck with him. Terrence Crawford is a bad mother. Watch your mouth. I'm only talking about Bud. Yes, but 6 p.m. we will definitely have that. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, because you're not gonna want to miss that. You are not gonna want to miss that. And like I said, let me set this stream up now so I can get to promoting that and sharing that in a couple of groups. And everybody be great, man. Enjoy your Friday evening. You know, for those of y'all out there that drink responsibly, don't jump behind a wheel. And this is coming from a guy who caught a DWI before, but God is good. I made it through that. So I always like to share that. But yes, man, 6 p.m., man, it is on. It is on. You have been rocking out with yours truly, the sauce, man. Showtime Sizzle, man. Everybody be great. Salute to my guy, Mark Nash. Thank you for sharing this. Shout out to Pop a Lot of Smoke, aka the Drunken Monk. That's what I call him, the Drunken Monk, man. All my people say he's the drunk guy. That's the Drunken Monk, man. But shout out to him. Shout out to Combat Sports. And of course, shout out to my team. Team Tucker, Jihad Tucker, Marley Tucker, Coach Music, CEO Nasaya, Coach Reem, Jacob Spence, Noel Spence, who was Amani, and all the youngins, man. You know, it's all time, man. We marching. We are definitely marching. Like I said, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, you have been rocking out with yours truly, the Sauce Master.
Hey, you. I'm Champ 5, and shout out to the Source Talk podcast. You already know what it is. Let's go.